Today I will introduce about chemical hazard. Construction industry is an essential danger enterprise and broadly recognized as certainly considered one of the among maximum danger profession in this world. What is a chemical hazard? Chemical hazard can cause harmful effect. This effect can be beaten a single cell, a group of cells, organ system, or whole body. It also can cause death. Chemical and toxic substances exhibit a wide range of health hazards such as irritation, sensitization, and susceptibility. How this can happen? First, many chemicals react violently when in contact with other substances and should be used and stored with caution. Other than that, chemical hazard also exists in the way certain chemicals are mixed. How this can be avoided? Chemical manufacturer and importer need to assess the hazard of the chemical they manufacture or import and create label and safety data sheet to provide hazard information to downstream customers. Other than that, employees need to provide a PPE, personal protective equipment. For example, safety shoes, goggles, and protective clothing.
Exposure to chemical hazard can occur in any time. They might breathe in aerosol or vaporize chemical in the air. There are some accident histories that have been investigated by EPA and OSHA about major chemical accidents over the past few years, such as Terra Industrial, Iowa, 13 December 1994. Their explosion of an ammonium nitrate. Next, Pennzoil Product Company Refinery, Pennsylvania, 16 October 1995. An explosion and fire happened in a storage tank that contained flammable hydrocarbons and wastewater. There were any hot work near the storage tank that caused the explosion. Next, Georgia Pacific Company in Ohio, 10 September 1997. A fuel reactor exploded during a resin production process. The reactant were added to the reactor in the wrong order and at an excessive rate, causing the exothermic reaction to run out of the control.
I want to present what the method can be conducted to solve the chemical hazard. Firstly, administrative and work practice control. Training in the condition of the risk factor of the musculoskeletal disorder and the instruction in the work practice, that is to the task limit or verdict. Discussing productive risks and limiting overtime work are two ways to reduce the total number repetition per employee. Secondly, we use personal protective equipment, or we call it PPE. PPE is protecting workers, adhering to the company guidelines, and understanding what the technical flexibility in workplace. Lastly, engineering control. This is an example of engineering control. Firstly, using weight method when you're drilling or using the temperature control to minimize vaporization. Second, measure and isolation target and keeping the chemical in the pressure out or pressure risk.
Chemical hazards can occur anywhere where chemicals are used, manufactured, or disposed. Most factories contain various types of chemicals such as acids, caustic substances, disinfectants, and heavy metals for daily activities. Chemical hazards can also occur in areas where chemical reactions are taking place. Chemical reactions can occur naturally or artificially and can cause direct harm to any humans in contact. Furthermore, harmful chemicals could be produced as byproducts from these reactions. Effects on humans. The effects of chemical depends on the properties of the chemical and the concentration of exposure to the chemical. The effects can be divided into two classes: health hazards and psychochemical hazards. Effects on the environment. Effects towards the environment is usually caused from byproducts of chemical reactions. Furthermore, chemical hazards can also affect the environment if disposed improperly or leak out from factories due to accidents. Common example of chemical hazards affecting the environment is carbon monoxide. This gas is common byproduct of many sources such as motor vehicles and factories. This gas reduces the quality of air, making it difficult to breathe for some people and animals. This gas also affects the amount of greenhouse gases, which has been linked to climate change and global warming.
Represent about who needs to apply safety and health to avoid any accident while walking. So, what is involved is, firstly, temporary workers needs to apply safety and health. And second, self-employed people who provide a service for the employer. Thirdly, outside contractors who do cleaning, maintenance or building workers. And lastly, delivery people who stack their goods on the premise and come in contact with activities there. These are the ones who needs to avoid accident at work.